All right, so now if we were to consider a cone, what variables influence the volume of a cone? Well, we know that the volume is equal to something with the radius and something with the height. And so this is 1 over 3 pi r squared h is our volume of a cone. So if I want to find dv dt, I have to go ahead and I have to just start taking the derivative. Well, derivative of v is dv dt. And now what's happening here is I've got two variables that are dependent on time. So I've got to use the chain rule here, or sorry, the product rule and the chain rule to make this happen. So I'm going to put the 1/3 pi, I'm going to lump that with the r squared. So I'm going to do the first one times the derivative of the second one, which is h prime, or you could write dh dt. You're going to see it both ways, so it's important to see it both ways. Then you're going to add it to the second one, times the derivative of the first one. Well, that's still that 1/3 pi, and then it would be 2r, and then it's r prime. So if I rewrite this, I'm going to get 1/3 pi r squared h prime plus 2/3 pi r h r prime. And that's for my dv dt, or I could say that that's for v prime. So I'm going to use that going forward. All right, so if we go ahead and we use a cone example here, so they're going to give us a cone with a radius of 20 inches and a height of 50 inches, and the water is filling the cone at the rate of 2 cubic inches per second. So find the rate at which the radius is changing when the height of the water is 10 inches. So one of the problems with this right here is that we know that we have dv dt, we've got dr dt, dh dt, r, and h. These are all 5 of the variables that we have, and they only give us 1, 2, 3 of them. So we're going to have 2 that are, missing, and 1 we don't even have the radius, because they're actually telling us when it's at 10 inches. So we've got some stuff that we need to figure out. So to do this, what I like to do is I like to draw a picture of the cone. So just say this is the cone here, and the radius goes from the middle to the outside, and this is 20 inches. And the height of the cone, the entire height, they told us was 50 inches. So now, what if I just wanted to choose any random height h? Well, hopefully we would be able to figure out the radius at this point, and it just so happens that since this is a cone, we can actually use a proportion to set this up. So if I did h over r, that's going to be equal to my 50 over 20. And that's going to be super important because when they say the height is 10, I can go ahead and I can solve for what my radius would be at that time using this proportion. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and you're going to end up getting, so that's 5 over 2, so then this has to be 5 over 2, so anything that would be 4 would be the radius. So that's my radius is 4 inches at that time. But now I also have to use this specifically for something else. So I'm going to get this in terms of h. So I'm going to say h is equal to 5 halves r, 5 over 2r. And what that's going to allow me to do is that's going to allow me to plug this into that original equation, because even after I found my radius, I've got my dv dt, I've got my h, and I've got my r, but I still have 2 missing variables, so I really need to get down to 1. So if I go ahead and I replace my h with these r's, and so I've got my new volume is equal to 1/3, and it was pi r squared h. If I replace my h, I'm going to get the volume is 1/3 pi r squared times that 5 halves times r. So if I simplify this, I'm going to get volume is equal to 5 over 6 pi r cubed. So now when I go and I calculate my dv dt, I'm going to end up getting 5 halves pi r squared times dr dt. And that's going to be way more manageable for us because now we only have one variable where we don't know what's happening. And so It ends up working out because we want to find the rate at which the radius is changing when the height is 10. So now I'm just plugging in my pieces. And so I need my r, I need my dv dt, and that's about it. And then I can go ahead and I can solve from there. So 2 is equal to 5/2 pi. My radius is 4. That's squared times dr dt. So now it's just essentially solving for dr dt, and that ends up being, so if this is 16, 4 squared is 16, divided by 2 is 8, times 5, so I've got 2 over 40 pi is equal to my dr dt, which I can simplify just a little bit more, and it would be 1 over 20 pi is equal to dr dt. Last piece of this is you can't forget that this is a rate. So I need some units. So this would be inches, so it'd be 1 over 20 pi inches per second. Or I could just write inch per second. All right? And that is what my rate, that my radius is changing when the height is 10 inches.